So the PlayStation VR was officially announced today for an October 2016 release date. That is so close. That's so amazing. And get this, the price is going to be $399. And you know, to some people, $399 seems like a lot because that's how much the PS4 cost when it came out. But when you think about its competitors, you know, like the Oculus Rift, the HTC Vive, we're looking at products that are potentially double the price of the PlayStation VR. Not to mention, if you're using the Oculus Rift, you need a computer to power it, which has to be very strong. The PlayStation VR relies on the PlayStation and then this like extra processing unit they call, and that's it. And I'm not even going to pretend I know all the specs by heart. I have them right here on my phone, so I'm going to read them to you and then just discuss them, you know, give my opinion. So the screen size is 5.7 inches, which nothing to comment there. That's a pretty good size. The resolution is 1920 by 1080, which is 960 by 1080 per eye. I mean, as much as I'd like to see 4K, since the PlayStation 4 can't output 4K, it doesn't really make sense that that would be possible. I mean, we could do 1080p per eye, but then again, we're relying on the PlayStation 4. And where my concern lies with this, as you can see in my plethora of supplies I'm going to be talking about, the Samsung Gear VR, you know, uses like the Galaxy S7 for the display. And you know, that has a Quad HD display. But that being said, when I play on the Gear VR, I see a screen door effect, which basically means that the pixels are so close to your eyes that you can see them. So you see this like screen door. You're basically seeing in between all the pixels. So I'm just hoping that the PlayStation VR does not have that problem. And only time will tell with that. Hopefully get some surefire clarification before long though. You know, all it takes is somebody just to test it out and say, hey, there's no screen door effect. That's all I want to know. And the refresh rate says it is 120 hertz. Latency is less than 18 milliseconds. And once again, I'm not a specs person. I can't really tell you if that's good or not for VR. But it's important to note that the faster the refresh rate, the faster the latency, the better that everything jives together, the less likely you're going to be throwing up. Because when we have all this fast moving stuff, it needs to correspond to your head. If it's not, your body's going to freak out. It thinks it's moving, but it's not moving. And yeah, you will be barfing everywhere. And then for the sensors, it says it has 360 degree tracking and 9 LEDs. So it does all the tracking by the LEDs. So like the LEDs that are in the PlayStation 4 controller, the LEDs that are in the Move controller, stuff like that. That's how the PlayStation camera will track it. And keep in mind that the PlayStation camera is required to use the PlayStation VR, and the PlayStation camera does not come with the PlayStation VR. So it may be in your best interest to pick one up right now to make sure you have one for in time when the PlayStation VR comes out, because they could be in short supply at that point in October. Hopefully not, but you never know. And then of course the controllers that will be the DualShock 4 and the PlayStation Move. The PlayStation Move controller, I don't know if they're going to be making a new one or not. I mean, this is the one I have from when the PlayStation 3 came out, and I used it for a little bit, and it's been in my drawer for honestly years. I do recall that these do work with the PlayStation 4, so this should work no problem. I just don't know if they're going to have like up-to-date ones with a micro USB charger instead of a mini USB. And then also to point out, the Move controller came with this little nunchuck as well, which you would kind of use like this, you know, or, you know, depending what hand you use. You know, you can move your person with this and then move like that. So I don't know if the PlayStation VR will have something like this, you know, where you can use the same thing. I have no idea. And then I also wanted to point this out, because this peripheral right here was huge when Killzone 3 came out. What you do, you put this thing right here. Okay, obviously I haven't used it in a while. You put that down there, like that. So now you have the thumbstick. and then you put the PlayStation Move controller up here, and then there's your gun. So you're like this. You shoot, and you move, and you point. And you can even put it on your shoulder, or against your shoulder, and you can adjust it. So then you can go like that. And I know this is not the PlayStation VR, it's the Gear VR, but I'm using it for demonstration. So you would basically put this on your head. Oh my God. Let me put this back on so you don't see my eyes because it looks crazy. So you put that on your head, and then you have your gun. And then you can basically, this would be super immersive. This would be cool. Sony, if you're watching this, please do not forget you made this peripheral. This thing would be amazing with VR. I don't even remember how much I paid for this. I probably blocked it out. But this was the thing to have when Killzone 3 came out. Make this the thing to have too when VR is ready. Do it. Okay, let's see. Just some other things I want to discuss. Like I did mention, the camera is required, so you can either pick one up now or hope it goes on sale before then, or hope there is a bundle. And then also, besides VR games, there's going to be something called cinematic mode where you can basically be in either a theater or just a voided black space and play regular flat games or watch movies, Netflix and chill type of thing. And that's it there. And then there's going to be something called Playroom VR, which should come free with every single PlayStation VR. You just download it from the PlayStation Store. And it's just probably mini social games, which it's probably not going to be pushing the PlayStation VR to its limit, but it will kind of just show what it's capable of, stuff like that. I can probably tell you I won't really be playing that thing much. And then Sony just wants everybody to know that there's 230 developers working on games, from the smallest indie developers to the top studios, and expect to have about 50 games before the end of the year. And there's going to be an exclusive Star Wars Battlefront VR experience, which, that would be pretty cool. I'm really hyped. I have the Gear VR, so I'm no stranger to VR. This is more so casual VR. I see the PlayStation VR as, I wouldn't say hardcore, but I'm very excited to try really good graphics VR, stuff like that. Like the Oculus Rift. That's something I've never tried that I do want to experience. I want to experience the better graphics, the better sound, everything like that. And that's why I'm excited about the PlayStation VR. It's going to be bringing VR to the masses, just like the Gear VR brought VR to the masses. But this is going to be on another level. It's going to be on a better level. And 2016 is going to be the year of VR for the consumer. And then after that, it's either going to die off or it's going to get better. And it's going to get better when 4K is the standard and we have 4K in every single VR device, because that's when you're going to put something up to your face and it's going to be real. And that's what I'm excited about. And I hope VR takes off, because I don't see it as a fad. I don't see it as a 3D TV. It has great potential, and that's why I'm excited. And that's all I really have to say about that. I will link in the description below all the different links and sources that I found my information from. I know you guys can look that up yourself, but I just wanted to give my opinions and give my opinions on all the different peripherals and stuff that we can use, like the Move controller, and just show you that. Anyways, like always, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. And also subscribe if you want to see more videos. I make PlayStation videos, I make Android videos, all kinds of tech stuff. Until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.